Hello everyone, Amod here from Retarget Common YouTube channel, and today I am here with another topic of RSS. So whenever we do API testing, automation testing, so the major part comes like how we create the payload. Okay, and in most of the cases we need to create dynamic payload kind of thing. So from in this video I'm going to explain like how can we create some dynamic kind of payload. So what is meaning of dynamic kind, that I will explain. Okay, so let me go to jasononlineeditor.org, and suppose we have a very simple payload like one simple JSON object where it consists of name. Okay, so suppose Ahmad, and then age I can put 30, then I can put married, so I can put true, and what else? Okay, and suppose address, we have to put in double quotes address, that will be in like suppose BLR. Okay, so let me format it. So suppose we have very simple payload like this where it consists of name, age, married, address. Okay, and wantedly I put it here like boolean string integer. Okay, now suppose this any API which is taking this type of payload, they are creating some user, okay, in database. So when we have all the values, right, then it's fine. Okay, but suppose or let you put something which is like kind of optional, so like mobile number. Okay, so if I have mobile, so I'll put something, right? Okay, but simply imagine like suppose if in user has no mobile number. Okay, because in you can relate this type of mobile number field like there are so many payload you will come across if you are working on API automation and creating the payload. You might come up with some fields which are not required, or those are optional. Okay, and your requirement is like if that field has no value, then you should not include that in payload. Okay, that is the logic. Suppose this particular JSON object has 10 fields and out of 10 you don't have values for 3 or 4. Okay, then you no need to include that thing. Okay, so if you are creating the payload using map and also, okay, you can add those keys only and values whatever you required. But suppose if you are creating POJO, okay, which is generally followed in many industries, right, they use the POJO to create the payload. Okay, so let me go and create a simple POJO class for this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to my Eclipse and I've already created one project here. So let me put under src main Java, I will create a package JSON Jackson annotation example. Okay, and I'll create another package. I will give the name as POJO classes. Okay, in this POJO class what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a simple POJO for the payload which I just showed you, right? So employee, inside this what I need to do, I need to create these many fields, right? So what I'll do, first is name, right? So private string name, then private int age, right? So I've already explained how to get the POJO classes for the fields. So this married is boolean, so what I'll do, private boolean married. Okay, then address will be string, private string address. Okay, and then private string mobile number. Okay, I simply created some payload. Let me add getter setters method. Okay, so later I will cover Lombok, so we can eliminate this type of boilerplate codes, but as of now we have not learned, so I am going to generate the getter and setters. Okay, so we need to go to source, generate getter and setters, select all and generate it. Okay, good. So we have created a very simple Pojo class, Pojo here, and what I'm going to do, let me use employee with all data, right? Employee with all data means what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a main method here, and I will create an object of employee class. Employee 1 equal to new employee. Okay, and this time, as this is a positive scenario where I am going to have the values for all the fields, so what I can do, employee 1 dot set name, right? So I will set the name. Then we have emp1 dot set age, which is taking integer value, so I will put 30, right? emp1 dot set address as BLR, okay, Bangalore. emp1 dot set married, right? So it is taking boolean, right? So I will pass true, and let me set employee 1 dot final one mobile number, right? So I'm passing the mobile number here. Okay, so I have a Pojo and I have created one object and I have set the values for all the fields. Okay, let me create JSON out of this Pojo class object, which is called serialization, right? Which we have already covered. So for that we need to use object mapper class coming from Jackson, right? Object mapper, okay, mapper equal to new object mapper. Okay, and what I can do, mapper dot write value as a string. I can pass this employee 1. So what it will do, this particular object, okay, will be converted to string, JSON string. Let me add the throws declaration and let me store this one, employee 1 JSON format. Okay, and let me print this one, sys out. Okay, let me print this one and it should give you a proper JSON object, right? So this is not in format, right? So what we can do, we can add pretty printer, write with default pretty printer. Okay, this is the method, and when you use this particular method you can see the JSON output in format, okay, like this. So this is good, right? We have all the things and we have the values for all the fields here, right? This is like positive scenario where you have the values for all the fields, right? But the problem happens when you don't have the values for some fields and those fields are optional. Okay, just for an example, suppose you don't know the age of employee. Okay, you don't know the age of employee. Okay, and if you try to generate it, right, generate the JSON. Now let's see what is the output. You can see the age is coming as 0, right? This is not a valid one, right? If you are not aware of age value, you need to simply exclude it from JSON. Okay, but since we are using Pojo, we don't have any mechanism here which will go and check, okay, if the age is 0, remove it. Okay, similarly, suppose I don't know the address also, right? I don't know the address also. If I try to convert this into JSON string, let me see what is the output here. You can see address is coming null. So now you might have got some idea like how these values are coming. This is like whenever we are getting a Pojo, so if you're not setting any values for any field, okay, like name, age or married, So by default it will take the default value. So default value of int is 0. That's why when we didn't set the value of age, we're getting the age value as 0. Similarly, address, right? Address is a string and the default value of string is null. Okay, that's why we are getting here address is null. Okay, but this is not the correct way of generating the payload. Why? Because if you are not aware of something, you need to include that one. And suppose if you are sending this payload to API is giving you some 400 error, like address cannot be null kind of thing, right? So what I am trying to explain here, like you should ignore those fields which for which you don't have the values, right? And it should happen automatically. You should not go and pass it to map or something, then go and eliminate it. No, okay, those type of things are not good way, right? You should have some mechanism which will do this or perform this automatically. So what I want, if we don't have any value for a field, it should not include that into JSON serialization. Okay, means we don't want any default value. If we don't know the age, remove the age field. If you don't know the address, remove the address field. Okay, so for that, Jackson library, which I've already added in this project. If you see the pom.xml, here I've already added data Jackson data bind. This I've already covered in my previous videos. So if you go and add the dependency of Jackson data bind, automatically it will download other two transitive dependencies as well, which we can see here under the Maven dependency: Jackson data bind, Jackson annotation, and Jackson core. Okay, now what I want to achieve, like include all the values which is means exclude those values which has default value. Okay, means if you are not setting any value for any field, don't include that into JSON. Simple thing. Okay, so for that we have different annotations provided by Jackson. Okay, and that's why you see here Jackson annotation, right? This is a transitive dependency. Okay, so we have one annotation called JSON include. Okay, this is called JSON include. Okay, by the name you can understand, like JSON include means you want some fields to be included, right? Include in the JSON in the serialization, right? So what I want here in this annotation to provide the value. Okay, so by default it takes always. Okay, means whatever value you have, if you are passing the value, then put that value in JSON. If the user is not passing any value, put the default value, which we have already seen. Okay, but here we can put the condition. What we can put JSON, we can use the JSON included annotation, and we can use JSON include dot include JSON include. Okay, JSON include dot include, we have the env include, and we have here non-default. Okay, this value will ensure that whatever property, since we are using it as class level, okay, we can use at field level also, that we will see later, but as of now we are using this JSON include annotation with the value non-default at the class level. Class level means I am defining on the top. So what this annotation will do, while serializing the POJO object to JSON string, if he finds that any value has any field has a default value, okay, means we are not setting up the value, then don't include that in JSON response. Okay, meaning here what I am going to do, I have not set the value for age and address. Okay, so we know that by default it will take the default value, means for age it will set the 0 because age is the int value here, and address is a string, so it will set the null, which we have already seen. But if we use this annotation, it will simply exclude those fields, means age and address. Let me show you how. Okay, what you can see, we have the name, we have married, and we have mobile number, right? Those field, age and address are removed. Okay, means we can use the JSON annotation called JSON include, and we can set the value, like which value you want to say, which value you want to put in JSON. Okay, and we can set here. There are so many different others one also, but yeah, for as of now we are learning non-default. If any field has non-default value, then only include it in the JSON. Okay, this is for while when we are converting a Pojo object to JSON. Okay, and believe me, this is really important annotation where we need to deal this type of scenarios. Okay, so I hope you understand this, and in the next video I will explain like what other things you can, what other values you can use and in which condition. I will show you the demerit of this particular approach also in the next video. But if you have any doubt, please like, if you have any doubt, please comment on this video, and if you like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.